10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tavua close-up, take first segment, take 1. This is what old 64-year-old Surendra Prasad of Lumulumbu Tavua has with him now 6 months after the cyclone. He is one of thousands of people who lost everything in the severe tropical cyclone Winston. All he has now is an old Bure house, a tent, and a small unorganized kitchen. Struggle is real for Prasad and his son. Prasad isn't the only family who is living in a makeshift homes and tents. Bolatagindi family in Natolevu Tavua are also spending their days and nights in a tent. As we arrive to visit this family, a slight take 2. As we arrived to visit this family, a slight take 3. As we arrived to visit this family, a slight downpour dampened the soils as the family members ran inside the tent to shelter themselves. With recent spate of bad weather conditions, another family in Waikona Tavua are finding it as difficult to live with whatever is left behind by the cyclone. The Nanga family take 2. The Nanga family of 5 has only managed to put up a small shed and a donated tent to shelter themselves. This has been their daily routine since February. There are many more families in Greater Tavua area who are still collecting the pieces 6 months after the cyclone. Although they are putting up with their lives in every way they can, every day is a challenge for them. It is estimated that more than 1,000 families are still living in tents and makeshift homes after the cyclone winds took everything with it. Any assistance to them will certainly be never too late. End of segment 1. Segment 2. It has been 6 months of trying times for thousands of families in the Tavua area after TC Winston wreaked havoc in the country. People are still living in tents and makeshift homes. Take 2. People are still living in tents and makeshift homes, braving the hot scorching sun and heavy rain. While there are a significant number of people who are yet to have a decent roof over their head, there are also a number of families who have managed to put their lives back in order. Rajesh Mani of Malele Tavua in take 2. Rajesh Mani of Malele Tavua is one example of how he, with the help of the government, had bounced back stronger. Mani lost almost everything in the cyclone. Malele is a huge area in Tavua. It is divided into 3 stages. Almost every houses were damaged in the cyclone. However, government's quick action in distributing help for home initiative cards in the area has brought huge sigh of relief to the residents in the area. Mani is not the only one who is grateful for the help or who has take 2. Mani is not the only one who is grateful for the help or has utilized government assistance well in bouncing back from the loss. Although Chandardev of Malele Stage 2 did not lose everything in the cyclone, rebuilding whatever was damaged would have been an uphill battle for this farmer. Have a closer look at this house in Natolevu in Tavua. This is one extraordinary house in the way it has been built. It's a mud house. It's a house that did not use any concrete or timber in its walls, but just soil. Yes, you had it right. While hardware companies are facing a huge task of supplying building materials to those affected, the Koro family used soil. Take 2. While hardware companies are facing a huge task of supplying building materials to those affected, the Koro family is using take 3. While hardware companies are facing a huge task of supplying building materials to those affected, the Koro family used soil to rebuild their lives. Take 4, fuck man! While hardware companies are facing a huge task of supplying building materials to those affected, the Koro family used soil to rebuild their house. This is believed to be the first of its kind house in the country, and Koro is confident this mud house can take him and his family through all the weather conditions, well, at least from heavy downpour and scorching heat for now. 6 months after the cyclone, although people are struggling, many have been able to get back on their feet. While many are waiting for building materials, many have done what all they could to do. Take 2. While many are waiting to Take 3. While many are waiting for building materials, many have done what all they could do to restart their lives after TC Winston mercilessly tore through the country. Take 3. While many are building Take 4. Fuck man. While many are waiting for building materials, many have done what all they could do to restart their lives after TC Winston mercilessly tore through the country. End of segment 2. Segment 3. There is no doubt that life has been a challenge for many. Take 2. There is no doubt that life has been a challenge for many people and families after the cyclone. This is not only unique to Tavua, but throughout the country that faced the full brunt of TC Winston. Government as well as international agencies, non-government organizations and civil society organizations were quick to move into action and assist the victims. 6 months down the line, the most important need for people in the affected areas, which is the case in Tavua, is to have a decent roof over their heads. Government's multi-million-dollar Help for Home initiative has no doubt brought smiles and relief to countless number of people. Tavua has a very small economy, and surely people would have faced an uphill battle to do everything on their own to get back to normalcy. It's quite evident that people in some areas of Tavua have utilized the government assistance quite well. While many villages have got the Help for Home cards, advisory councillors say a number of households are still waiting for the distribution of cards in their area. Some of these areas are Tangi Tangi, Galela, Lubu Lubu, Waikona, Matadawa, and Yasivisi. End of segment 3, montage, closing clip 345.